Before streaming was dominant, cable was king. And now that digital has basically dethroned cable, some media has got lost along the way. But that was until now, when your boy found a VHS copy that he recorded from his sisters in 2003. So now, we are going to review the whole entire Video Game Awards. Not just the first 40 minutes that you see online, but every single minute. And boy, is it cringeworthy.
Now, let's sit here and watch Spike TV.
Spike TV, full of stuff men like. Yeah, that stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Las Vegas, the nominees for the 2003 Video Game Awards, the VGAs.
So at Spike TV, they do things a little differently, and they like to do things in reverse. So yeah, the show just opens with one big video game montage, where they're basically opening with the biggest award of the night, and that's the Video Game of the Year. In 2003, some of the big names were Max Payne 2, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, or my favorite, Tony Hawk's Underground. But which one of those won? Well, guess what? None of those won. Now, I played Madden 2004, and yeah, it was a good game and everything, but Game of the Year? Not really, especially with those three other contenders that I just named. I mean, Tony Hawk's Underground alone should have won Game of the Year. One thing you'll find out about the first ever Video Game Awards, no acceptance speeches. Usually just goes right into some kind of music video. And this one was Bubba Sparxxx. I believe it's called I'm So Happy Here, or It's Stuck in the Mud. I don't know. But either way, the song was a banger. I mean, Madden 2004 did have some pretty sick tracks on it though. After Bubba Sparxxx gets the audience all hyped up, we get to see the intro of who's going to be appearing on the show. And man, is it a hodgepodge of 2003 era people. You remember this person? Or about that person? Yeah, I don't really remember those people at all. I mean, a lot of these people, they didn't really age well, so... Yeah, when I think video games, I don't really think David Spade, and pretty sure this was just a paycheck for him. But this was the year of David Spade. His show Just Shoot Me just ended after, I don't know, 5-6 seasons? I don't know, I didn't want to look that up. But he also came out with the movie Dickie Roberts, former child star, which was mid at best. But he also hosted the Teen Choice Awards, so yeah, this was David Spade's year.
Thank you for coming. Give them a round of applause, the Raiderettes. Bye. Nice. Nice. Little 30 on 1. You know, interesting fact about the Raiderettes, a third of them are dudes. Didn't know that. Found out last night at 1 a.m. the hard way. Twice.
So you gotta remember now, this is 2003, where everything was crude, lewd, and cool. If you weren't crude and lewd, then you weren't cool. But yeah, David Spade does like a 5-minute bit, and none of it is video game related. He's actually basically just like insulting the whole audience or the whole demographic that's watching this.
All right, right now I'd like to bring out the next round of chicks. Here's the trophy girls for the night. The DOA girls from Extreme Beach Volleyball. Easy on the eyes. Nice!
Yeah, remember when I said that this show is full of cringe?
Come on, girls.
Well, here's the first cringe part we see. The DOA girls are basically just being objectified right here.
It looks like a Pac-Man and a Space Invader. What?
Take a crap?
No, had a baby. I was gonna say, good Lord, jeez. The DOA girls, what's in the water here?
Now remember, in 2003, blonde girls are so ditzy and dumb. I don't know what this is.
All right. Well, you know what? Thank you, girls. I'll see you in a little bit. They're gonna be helping out there, and I know I don't want them to leave either. If we kept bringing out hot girls all night, never got to the video games, I'd be okay with it. All right, so all right, let's get this started. The winner, that's right, no nominees. The winner.
So after that cringe fest is done, we get to see the next award, and I don't like that they do nominees, because that was always kind of like the hype to see like, oh my god, who's gonna win? But yeah, this one is Best Animation, and can you take a guess at who won?
DOA Extreme Volleyball. Come on down.
Yup, it was them. I mean, they kind of foreshadowed it, bringing out the DOA girls. The DOA acceptance speech was basically just a video to obviously promote the game.
The ladies were hungry and ready to go at each other, but the joke was on them. There was no DOA tournament. The only contact sport Zach had in mind, Extreme Beach Volleyball. Nice. Very nice.
I don't really want to fault them here because Spike TV was the first network for men, and they're doing exactly what you would think they would be doing on a station that's called the First Network for Men.
Oh man, you've got to hand it to Zach. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens on Zach Island? Well, that's anyone's guess.
That was good.
Sunrise. Oh, love.
Coming up, we got performances by POD and the 2003 World TV premiere of Tony Hawk's Boom Boom Hut Jam next, alright? Don't move!
As we head to the first commercial break, we're treated to a skit called The Secret Life of Video Games, which I do kind of like because it is a nice little parody. Some of it's not good, some of it's bad, but it's 2003. And the first one was a take on Tekken.
Once again, it was VIP all the way as the unveiling of this year's line of Hihachi menswear. Here, Hihachi prowls the catwalk with utter confidence. Behold, this year's new look, yeah? The man diaper. Perfect for he who requires the protection of a codpiece, but demands freedom for his ass cheeks. Say hi, Hachi.
I'm a big boy.
Before they get back to the award show, we see another The Secret Life of Video Games. But this time it's, want to say Sam Fisher? I never played the Siphon Filter games, but the main character from the Siphon Filter games is basically getting a pat down from a cop. Now this one is worth seeing. I mean, it's one of the ones that's actually good, and I would say it holds up.
Mission accomplished. I'm inside the building. Package is still safe.
Mr. Fisher. Oh, I'm a big fan, sir.
Partner, I'm sorry, but I gotta check you to see if you've got any concealed weapons.
Oh, we have a situation here. I repeat, we have a situation. My cover has been blown.
Holy mackerel! You got the real McCoy here. A titanium lockpick.
Negative. It's a metal toothpick.
I sympathize. I too have gingivitis. A pistol?
No. It's a blow dryer.
Ah, a blow dryer.
He's going for it. It'll all be revealed. Sorry, that's definitely a restricted area.
What's that? A secret new spy document?
That's not a secret, partner. I'm not sure the public is ready for this.
Right. So, thanks very much for your cooperation, Mr. Fisher. I'll just, get your stuff. It's gone!
He's gone. Damn, he's good.
Okay, give it up for the winner of Best Performance by Human.
So yeah, there is an award that's Best Performance by a Human, which I find kind of ironic now, since AI has kind of been, I don't want to say dominant, but there was a whole strike over AI. And 20 years ago, there was an award for Best Appearance by a human, or sorry, Best Performance by a human. And you won't believe who won it. That's right. 20 years ago, before Rockstar only made Grand Theft Auto 5, they would make previous games like Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and the late great Ray Liotta won for his best performance in the game. And he's the only one to give an acceptance speech.
Thank you. Thanks. For some reason, I've had trouble my whole life convincing people that I really am a very nice guy. And now that I'm in Vice City, well, forget about it. Thanks to all the guys at Rockstar, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Thank you.
Please welcome, from the upcoming movie Taunt, Jamie Presley.
Now we can see 2003's Margot Robbie, better known as Jamie Presley, because come on, how are they not related? When I first started seeing Margot Robbie, I thought that was just Jamie Presley making a resurgence, but nope, it was not. She's here to announce the most anticipated games of 2003, which it's not an award, it's just like, these are some of the games that will be coming out next year.
How you doing in Vegas? All right, well, anticipation sucks. Especially when you bought dinner and you think you deserve dessert, right?
Now, if you're wondering throughout this whole award show, why have we not seen anything from Nintendo? I mean, this is 2003. Nintendo just released the Nintendo GameCube, one of their better systems, and one of the few systems that actually was on a disc. But the disc was very small, though, too. And the reason being is because Nintendo didn't want any part of this, because Nintendo basically has that family-friendly image, and the Spike TV Video Game Awards was anything but family-friendly.
Alright, when it comes to talent, she's big. When it comes to beauty, she's even bigger. Give it up right now, make some noise for the Queen Bee, Little Kim.
I know what you're thinking. Is it the Queen Bee, Beyonce? Apparently not. 20 years ago, Lil' Kim was the Queen Bee.
What the hell is Little Kim doing here? She don't play no damn video games.
You know, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Because there really is no reason to be here. I mean, this is one of those cringe-worthy moments again. Not as cringe as the DOA girls, but this is basically similar to Taylor Swift being at football games, or why everyone's making a big deal about Taylor Swift at like the Chiefs game. It's like, okay, I mean, she's not really playing and she doesn't really have anything to do with football except for dating that one guy, but alright. And there's really no reason for Lil' Kim to be out there. She doesn't even announce a winner or anything.
Whoever meets me online, I hope you bring your magic stick.
The winner for best game based on a movie.
The winner is...
Enter the Matrix.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious you're starting to see the pattern that all these winners are paid. What? Paid winners?
We're about to put you into a live performance. Give it up right now and make some noise for P.O.D.
Then P.O.D. performs, I guess. But they don't perform their hit song Boom. They perform some other song that I don't really know.
Alright, coming up, we got Laura Croft and Pamela Anderson together at last.
Another thing you're gonna find watching this is that you actually see more of DJ Funk's Master Flex than the actual host.
Plus, we got Andrew WK, WWE SmackDown versus Raw. Don't move, keep it right here, yeah?
You know, it's the freedom to just to be yourself.
But now we finally have something for the ladies, as we get a guy who's, I'm assuming, nude because he has a phone that's covering his privates, and he's just basically promoting Virgin Mobile. You remember them?
It's the one that we've made, you know? It's you and I,
The VGAs continue.
Once the commercial break ends, the show comes back with another The Secret Life of Video Games. This time, it's based off the game Gladius.
We look great. It's a costume party. We look like Roman hookers, Valence. I know. That's the costume. Roman hookers. It's awesome. I'm not comfortable with this. Maybe you're not comfortable with yourself. Don't say that. All right. Next time we'll go with sexy cats. Thanks, Valence.
I didn't really play this game, so I didn't really get any of the references.
You know, I was just telling these guys, the only problem with video games is people seem to get hooked. Here's how you know if you're a video game addict.
For the second time, we get to see the host, David Spade. You'd think he would make more appearances, you know, being the host and everything. But he does a very insulting Jeff Foxworthy like stand-up, you know, where it's like,
If you've been playing so good that you call in sick for work, 21 days in a row. If you'd rather spend the night with Miss Pac-Man than Miss Taiwan, there's a chance you're an addict.
okay, I don't understand why I'm getting insulted for something that I like to watch.
Voted online for the most addictive game of the year, and the winner is... Soul Calibur 2.
So we get to see the two highest players play on a 4x3 CRT TV, and it's really only for like 20 seconds. Now 20 years ago, Twitch wasn't even a thing. Justin TV wasn't even a thing.
These nerds are in no danger of getting laid anytime soon.
And then David Spade has to insult them. It's like, really, dude? Come on, why?
Vice versa. You know, Laura Croft is a mom now.
So now they give a tutorial on how to play Tomb Raider, but this is probably the second, maybe tied for first, of the most cringeworthy thing you'll see on the 2003 Video Game Awards.
Oh man, will you look at that? The lovely Lara Croft is back, and once again, she's got no time for boys.
I need to find a man.
We know. To really enjoy this game, you've got to learn to make Lara do exactly what you want her to do.
Yeah, like I said, it was that kind of thing. I'm starting to think this might be the most cringeworthy thing here. No, there is more cringeworthy moments coming up in the show.
Unleash Lara's inner gymnast. It won't save your life, but it might make your afternoon. First, backflip onto a ledge. Now, pull yourself up into a handstand by pressing up on the left analog stick while holding L1, L2, R1, and R2. Wow.
So from that whole Lara Croft video, you get one tutorial, and it's not really anything that you're really probably going to be doing at all in the game. The next award is presented by adult film star Jenna Jameson. And don't look her up today, because 20 years ago, wow, she was hot, but she did not age well. She basically did the opposite of a fine wine and kind of aged like a banana, where it's like, ooh, and she's promoting the best action game, cause get it? She gets a lot of action. Or at least she did,
What's up, people? You know, action is a good thing, whether you're kicking ass or just getting some. The action games let you be the stud, get the girl, steal the car, and waste the bad guy from the comfort of your own couch. And to think, all these years, I've been going to clubs, concerts, and parties for action, when all the while I could have just come over to your couch and hung out and played games.
So after she stumbles through her lines about getting action and talking about going over to a regular person's house, well, that's me! We cut to 4 people, 2 girls and 2 guys. The girl on the far right looks pretty uncomfortable. The girl in the red's like, I don't really care. The dude in the black's like, alright, cool. The guy in the blue, he's a little bit too comfortable because it's like, guy, you know she's not gonna come over or anything. It's like, keep it in your pants, guy.
The winner for the best action game of 2003 is...
20 years ago, IGN gave it an 8 out of 10, so it must have been a good game. I mean, this might be one of the few awards that's actually makes sense. Now this is where most reviews end for people who are reviewing the first ever Video Game Awards. But not your boy, because you are witnessing a World from J to Z exclusive, where we have the last hour of the Video Game Awards. Now, let's get back into it, shall we?
She's getting ready to blast off, okay? We also got Andrew WK, and we got WWE's Raw versus SmackDown Clutch match, and you don't want to miss none of that, y'all. Make some noise in here tonight. This portion of the Video Game Award is brought to you.
Now before they go to another commercial break, we get to see some of the sponsors, and guess what? One of them isn't in business anymore. That's right, it's
Radio Shack.
You remember Radio Shack? This is where you can get all miscellaneous stuff for electronics and other miscellaneous stuff. A lot of it was just cords, I remember.
The VGA polling results are brought to you by Virgin Mobile.
Now I record this with commercials mainly because I wasn't there when it was happening, so I had to do the timer record on the VCR. You guys know what I'm talking about. At least the older ones do. But what's also cool is, during the Taco Bell commercial, we get to see the waiter from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Check out fajitas.
Ooh, fajitas.
Taco Bell's fajita grilled stuffed burrito.
As we come back to the show, we see the last Secret Life of Video Games package, and this one is based off of the game Freelancer, and it's talking about being rosexual.
Judy doesn't usually drink beer in the morning.
So now, Jan, we have to talk. I don't know how to put this, so I'm just gonna say it. I'm not attracted to you anymore.
Tell it to me straight, Judy. I can take it.
I decided to move in with my robot, my slim, shapely robot, like the one walking behind me right now.
Judy, are you telling me you're robosexual?
What can I say, Jan? Robots just satisfy me more than you ever could.
I thought you said I was a love machine.
No, I said I love machines.
Big difference.
You have no idea.
Really?
Robots really listen to me, Trent, and don't fall asleep immediately after... Trent?
Sorry, Judy. Dad is watching the VGAs. Show's fantastic. Huh?
I hate you, Trent.
I never played Freelancer, but I thought the bit was good. It wasn't bad, but it was okay. So the next award is the best driving game. Now, I didn't play that many driving games. The only driving games I really played was Need for Speed Underground and Need for Speed Underground 2. Because, oh my god, do they have some bangers on there? It's like Nate Dogg and others. I can't think of them right now. But they had some boss tracks on that. But the winner for this one was... You guessed it, or probably didn't, because I know I didn't. Okay, so after NASCAR Thunder Drive wins, we get to see probably the best thing about the night, which is the complete opposite of cringe. We get to see Andrew WK perform in a wheelchair, and he's performing better than anybody tonight. And let me remind you, this dude is in a wheelchair. And I've had to watch this Spike TV Video Game Awards over multiple times, and this is the one performance that actually gets me hyped up. We're only like 10 seconds into this, and I'm already hyped up. Now I'm gonna see how much I can get away with uploading, because I know music is a weird thing with YouTube and everything, but hopefully you can see or hear some of it. I mean, Andrew WK seems like the only person who actually wants to be there and actually is having a good time.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and make some noise for the very fine, the very talented Nicole Eggert.
That's right, it's Nicole Eggert. You remember her? Don't you? Because I know I don't. Even in 2003, I didn't know who she was. But apparently she was on Baywatch. And she's here to announce another finalist for the most anticipated game of 2004.
You don't mind having to wait? Or would you rather get what you want when you want it? Well, I wouldn't want to keep you waiting. So...
Oh yeah, I forgot she does a mini striptease. It's very mini, because she was like, you want it? No! You do not want that? You want these games behind me. Let's get more of the most anticipation games.
She gonna take her coat off? What was that all about?
Don't go away. Spike TV's VGAs will continue right after this.
We get another Virgin Mobile ad, but this time it's of a nude girl. Hey! But she has sleeves on, so she's not completely nude. Like, I'm sure she's not really nude. And the only thing that's guarding her, hey, is a phone. And the reason Virgin Mobile is doing this is because when you go with Virgin Mobile, we have nothing to hide.
There's no fine print. It's not complicated at all.
You're watching Spike TV's Video Game Awards.
Give it up for Pamela Anderson and David Spade.
You can tell that Spike TV only brought Pamela Anderson in because she's attractive. Well, I don't know if she's still attractive now, but she was attractive. And in 2003, she was like the it girl, I guess. Now with the Stormtroopers coming out, you can probably guess that the winner of this category is going to be a Star Wars game.
Rub them.
I like this, guys. I'm rubbing. I'm supposed to rub.
All right, the winner for best fantasy game is. Come on, let me guess.
Get me all crazy. Star Wars.
Star Wars. Next, Lucas Arts.
Woo! Go Raiders!
Why is she saying go Raiders? They're in Las Vegas. And 20 years ago, the Raiders were in Oakland. But I guess she's saying that because there were the Raider cheerleaders, or she knew something about the Raiders that no one else knew. And Pamela Anderson knew 20 years ago that the Raiders would come to Las Vegas. Whoa, I got a little lost in that one. But Pamela Anderson knows time travel. Spread it if you can.
All right, we're getting ready to take this to another level. With the best sports video game.
Remember when I said that True Crime Streets of LA made sense because it won for Best Action Game? As much as I like the winner of this, it's not really the first thing I think of when I hear sports. It's cool that Tony Hawk's Underground won an award, but I feel like they should have won the first award, which was Game of the Year, because this was a revolutionary game. From what I remember, this was the first skateboarding game that actually had a story. Not just like a loose story, but like an actual story. And I feel like Madden 2004 should have won this. But if Tony Hawk didn't win this one, we won't be able to see the Boom Boom Huck Jam, because that's what this leads into. So this is one of the two performances that kind of takes a break from all the video game stuff. The second one being the wrestling matches. I did like this back when I watched it, and I like it watching it now because, yeah, it is a break from it, and it's just cool to see, I guess. It's one of the things that's not cringe in this show, like at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Tony Hawk's Boom Boom Huck Jam and the Anarchy Orchestra.
After the Boom Boom Huck Jam performance, we get to see more anticipated games that are coming in 2004, and one of them is Halo 2. And wow, was that a good game. I mean, I even played that. And like I said earlier, I was a PlayStation guy, but I did get an Xbox for that reason. And that leads us to another commercial break. And sometimes I wish when you're watching like old stuff, you could watch the commercials with them, because commercials today just aren't that good. Like, I'm not intrigued by them and everything. And you wouldn't think that you would like to watch commercials, but 20 years ago, that's when they knew how to make commercials. We see another Virgin Mobile commercial, but no, it's not a nude guy or a nude girl. This is for Virgin Pulse. Their mini MP3, I'm guessing, because they don't really say what it is, but I'm guessing that's what it was.
Same time tomorrow? Alright.
A British flair for sound. Virgin Pulse Electronics. Arriving now at Target.
Red Faction, rated M for mature. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Team Stealth Action, rated T for teen.
The reason I like watching the commercial breaks
On Engage.
was because I got to see the new Kia N-Gage. Now, the N-Gage was basically the first, or one of the first phones where you could also play video games on it. Back in 2003, your options were pretty much limited with phones. Like, all they really did was they would take pictures, not good quality pictures. You could talk on them, and you can text on them. Can't remember if you could go on the internet because I didn't have a phone in 2003. Well, at least I didn't have a mobile phone in 2003. We get a G4 TV commercial. And I'm not talking about the G4 that we got last year. This was the actual
G4, the only TV network dedicated to video games, delivers breaking news,
Welcome to Pulse, your weekly look into the world of interactive entertainment.
fresh reviews,
The characters are kinda nifty.
cheats,
Strategy, secrets, and cheats for your favorite video games.
and players.
I'm the player.
G4, TV for gamers. Now on Time Warner, Channel 149.
Man, do I miss that G4.
VGAs continue.
Stripperella backstage at the Video Game Awards.
As we come back from break, we see a video from one of Stan Lee's lesser known creations. That's right, Stripperella, starring Pamela Anderson. I guess that's why Pamela Anderson was on the show, because Stripperella did air on Spike TV. But yeah, this is just basically Pamela Anderson in Stripperella, talking about all the video game characters like Mario and Luigi and Frogger. I don't want, it wasn't cringe, but it was like, okay, I guess. I mean, I looked a little bit on it, and it starred SpongeBob, Tom Kenny.
Good! Then let's go shrink the world!
Alright, next up we got Spike TV's newest star. Star of the John Henson Project, starring John Henson. Ladies and gentlemen, the actor who plays John Henson on the John Henson Project. Give it up for John Henson!
That's right, the John Henson from the John Henson Project. I'm sure you've seen that if you had cable, or you probably didn't because I never saw it.
But thanks to the winner of the best fighting game, I can kick the out of guys twice my size using little more than my opposable thumbs.
You might know him from Wipeout. He was the commentator on Wipeout. That's where I know him from.
So here's to the best fighting game of 2003.
When SmackDown Here Comes the Pain won, 15-year-old me was ecstatic because this game was basically the best game that I've ever played. Like, people are still trying to get it remade, and it is peak 2003. I mean, you can kind of tell why. It was on Spike TV's The First Never for Men. But what I loved about SmackDown Here Comes the Pain winning was that we finally got to see some wrestling matches, which I was like, hell yeah, about time this award show got good. And this is where I would like to show you the match, but WWE was like, And now I have to do a recap with pictures. The match consisted of Chris Jericho representing Raw, Rey Mysterio representing SmackDown, Victoria representing Raw, and Trish Stratus also representing Raw. The match begins with some back and forth between Jericho and Mysterio. Then Mysterio goes for the 619, goes for the pin, and is interrupted by Victoria. Then Trish Stratus gets into the ring, and that begins the women's match, as there is no winner to the Jericho versus Mysterio match. One of the highlights is Mysterio doing a flying lariat to Jericho on the outside. At some point, this became a bra and panties match. Trish wins with the chick kick, and so does Rey. This wasn't a traditional match, so basically, the good guys won.
It's going down, don't move. This portion of the Video Game Awards is brought to you by Virgin Mobile.
As we go to another commercial break, we're treated to another Virgin Mobile commercial. This time, it's of another girl who's nude and saying something about, I don't know. But basically, it's just Virgin Mobile saying, guess what, we got nothing to hide because this girl is nude. But I mean, this is just peak 2003 marketing right here.
Like us. That's it. I love you. I hope you like it. Jeez.
Coming back from the commercial break, we have DJ Funkmaster Flex introduce Tia Carrera. Yes, that Tia Carrera from such hits as I Don't Know, because I don't know who she is. Maybe she was popular in 2003, but she's just there to announce the first recipient of the Video Game Hall of Fame.
I am proud to call tonight's Hall of Fame recipient my close personal friend. This is a man whose contributions to the video game world have been overlooked for far too long. Take a look.
He was the first. Everything you see today is based on him. I rank him right up there. You know, the whole thing, you know, you think we, as a kid, Milton Bradley, huge. Hugh Hefner, as a teenager. I mean, no pun intended, but really, this guy changed the way we play with ourselves.
I mean, I used to play with myself all day until he showed up.
He's like the doll, the babe. You only have to say the dot. The dot.
The dot?
The dot from Pong.
It's just basically a parody package of how the dot revolutionized the video game industry as we know it.
Is the story of a dot who got knocked around by life's battles, but always managed to bounce back.
My father never wanted me to go into gaming. My family was big into literature. One of my ancestors was a period in the Constitution. My father slaved under the oppressive weight of a question mark his whole life.
So if you thought the cringe fest was over at the Video Game Awards, you are mistaken, because now we go to Orlando Jones, who was a pretty big star, and I mean, I don't know much about him, but he seems like a pretty stand-up guy. I mean, he was in Mad TV, and he was in some movies as well, and you kind of feel bad for him, because he clearly doesn't want to be here with one of the crank yankers.
He's dog. What the is wrong with you, man? You nasty bastard in here burping, and whose idea was it to have me sitting here next to this nasty
I can't believe I'm up here with a black guy.
Of course, he's a racist puppet as well.
The most anticipated game of the year is. Halo 2, Microsoft.
Not really surprised that Halo 2 won it. I mean, earlier on the show, when they announced that Halo 2 was coming out, the audience erupted. So of course this is the most anticipated game. After seeing some footage from Halo 2, we get a performance by, I don't think I'm pronouncing this right, Khalees? Yeah, it's that one girl who had that one hit song, the Milkshake song. I don't know why she's performing this. It kind of seems like they just had to eat up time because it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, I'm pretty sure this song hasn't been featured in like any game at all, but I guess it just makes, well, no, it doesn't make any sense. But then again, this first video game awards didn't really make any sense at all.
POD, and you're watching the VGAs on Spike TV.
During the commercial break, which I'm pretty sure is the last commercial break, we see this pretty badass football commercial, and I'm thinking, oh shit, what kind of football game is this? Is this another Blitz game? Like an actual good NFL Blitz game? What is this game? Then you find out it's just a Nike gridiron game, and you're like, really? That badass commercial was just for Nike? Damn. Like I said, they don't make commercials like they used to anymore. I just wanted to spotlight this local bus commercial, where basically it's like, the bus, consider us your other set of wheels. But what I like is this old lady right here.
I like it when they flip me the bird.
With the price of gas this high, why ride the bus?
Consider the bus.
Well, we finally made it to the very end of the Video Game Awards. There's only one more left to be given at the 2003 Video Game Awards. And you would think that it would be the Game of the Year or the most anticipated game of the following year. But nope, those are already revealed. The main event award, the last award to be given of the night, is
Best music in a video game. Give me some light.
Now, I don't know if I really agree with this because I like the game Def Jam Vendetta, but like I said earlier, Need for Speed Underground had a banger soundtrack. Along with Madden 2004, they had a really good soundtrack, but I mean, I guess the logic here was, well, the reason that it's best music in a video game is because it has all musicians in it, so they automatically win. I'm like, okay, I guess. And then DMX is the one who closes out the show with X Gonna Give It To You.
Hey, we can't follow that. That was pretty good. DMX, everybody. We'll see you next time. It's going down, yeah.
Wasn't that a cool thing to watch, Shazam? The Video Game Awards? You're speechless, I know. Just like I was watching that. But if you stuck around to the ending, you'll notice that things are a little bit differently. And that's because I'm standing. And I have a cat. Okay, Shazam, you can go. So that concludes the first ever World from J to Z exclusive review of the 2003 Spike TV Video Game Awards. It took 6 months to make. Like, damn, you don't realize how long stuff takes when it's only you doing it. But man, I'm gonna try to do more of this stuff. But yeah, that was something to watch. Like, the nostalgia factor kind of wore off after, like, I don't know, the 7th time I had to watch it. But I had to watch this a lot, and a lot of parts, they did not age well. Like, even you continue to watch them, they did still not age well. Like that one Tomb Raider tutorial, yeah, that, I don't even know why that was in there. Just the whole thing was good and bad at the same time.